Yeah, the project is called Choreophony, and the idea is to generate a polyphony of sounds through the dancers' movements. And the concept behind it is that in traditional dance, we always dance to music. In ballet, we always follow a melody. No? With John Cage and Cunningham, they broke this tradition and decided that dance can coexist with sound, not necessarily having to dance to it. And what I'm taking this a step further and deciding that the actual dancers generate the sounds themselves. It's like an instrument in orchestra. The movement of the cellist generates a sound. In this case, the movement of the dancers generates a sound according to the space where they are. So if you see here, move a little bit, Anita. You know, this space here is reacting to her movements. And when they go here, it generates another sound according to the dynamics of the dancers. Or we've used four hotspots of sound, so to speak. And what is particular of dancers or of dance in general is the use of space. So not only visually where a dance takes place, if it's in the center or in the corners, but in this case is of utmost importance because depending on the space where they are, they're going to be playing one sound or another. So this is one layer of sounds based on the spatial relationship of the choreography. Another layer of sound is using gyroscopes in iPhones or in iPods. And this we have programmed that it can learn a small dynamics of the movement of the dancers and map sounds to these dynamics. So that means the dancer is going to be carrying the iPods on their body. So they carry another sound, another voice, a melody, so to speak, into these sounds in space. And the combination of these layers generates a polyphony of sounds, but we have to think not in terms of that we want to create music here. One has to think more in terms of textures of sounds, like in a painting that is not that you have different sound structures. So the best thing we demonstrate now how it works.
So if you want to see the data coming in, this is actually the acceleration recorded data from dancer 1 and the field, also the specific movement of the system to recall the movement. So we're not just changing the volume of the sound, we are actually changing the sound itself if the movement is changing. So we're trying to identify 4 movements. And this, just to complete it, is just measuring the fastest motion data. This is not so much important, but these 2 numbers are actually our research with the gesture followers, called Gesture Follower, a software developed from IRCAM in Paris. We're trying to combine these 2 possibilities to identify movement and to track movement in space. So it's actually a multi-layered polyphonic system. The 2 sensors in the iPod first measure rotation in horizontal and also rotation in space like this. And the acceleration here goes into movement changes in X, Y, Z direction. So it also measures the impulse of movement, not only the position. So the timing, how they do the movement, also decides on the selection, which movement is selected.
6, 7, 8, and go.
Okay, second.
6, 7, 8, and go. 6, 7, 8, and go. 6, 7, 8, and go.
Okay, now we try to identify the movement first. It's following now. Okay, try to do movement 1. This is movement 1, see, works. Movement 2. Yeah, it identifies movement 2. And movement 3 works. Movement 4. Yeah, perfect.
Did you have noticed what they are carrying an iPod in the chest, which is connected directly to the computer and measuring the dynamics of the movement. This is what he's recording. 6, 7, 8, and go. 6, 7, 8, and go. 6, 7, 8, and go. 6, 7, 8, and go.
Okay, try. Yeah. Second.
What is it?
Yeah, works.
1.
Third.
Really?
Yeah.
Become
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
the hero.
Bravo. For the dancers to be together and it's not chaotic choreography, we need the dirigent, no? You know, I don't, in the orchestra, which in our case is a metronome. So eventually they would be hearing this with earphone normally in my works because, as I say, we're not dancing to music. We can't follow a beat. So they have to be together, coordinated and synchronized in some form. So we need a pulse which I give them through these means. So while you're watching the choreography, you can actually register here what is the system is measuring. Okay. 6, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, and 1.
One does it. One does it. The hero. One does it. One does the hero. One the hero does one does the hero does one the hero does it. The hero does it. The hero does it. The hero does it. The hero does one. The hero does it. Become the hero. The hero does it. Does it. The hero does it. One. The hero does it. One. The hero. One. The hero does it. One does it. The hero does it. The hero. One does it. One does it. The hero. One does it. One does it. One does it. The hero does it. The hero does it. The hero. One. The hero. One. The one. They does it. The hero. Does it. One does it. The hero does it. The hero. One does it. The hero. One does it. The hero. The hero does it. The hero does it. The hero. One does it. One. The hero. One does it. The hero. Does it. Does it. The hero. Does it. The hero. The one does it. The hero. One. The hero. One does it. The hero. Does it. Become one. Does it. The hero. Does it. The hero. The hero. One does it. One does it. They does the hero. One. The hero does it. One does it. One. The hero. One. Does it. The hero does it. The one. The hero. One does it. The hero. Become the hero. Does the hero does it. The hero. One. The hero does it. One. The hero. They does it. One. Does it. The hero
Okay.
does it.
Thank you.